everyone, I'm Harry.
And I'm Kyle.
Today we're going to be doing a Socratic dialogue on a very controversial issue, nuclear weapons. Why we have them and why we need them. Nuclear weapons have existed since the 1940s. The first two nuclear weapons were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in an act of war. Many more were dropped after in testing. Nuclear bombs today are over 100 times as powerful as the ones dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There are over 4,800 nuclear weapons in the United States, each one capable of destroying millions and devastating countries beyond repair. How we justify this, I am not sure, but
there are a couple of reasons that lawmakers and some of the brass give as to why we still have them. Mostly the fact that it's a deterrent for the upcoming nuclear powers such as Pakistan and Iran, and even some of the old members such as Russia and the North Koreans. So many people claim that it's just as a deterrent to keep them at bay and in order to keep their stockpiles going down. However, there have been some mishaps and some accidents with world-ending bombs that should not have.
Yes, there have been some very famous mishaps. In 1961, a B-51 carrying 2 nuclear bombs broke apart in flight, dropping its payload, one unarmed nuclear weapon and another armed. The only reason why that nuclear bomb did not detonate is pure luck. And even today, one of the bombs is still in North Carolina. It was never located. Another incident in Arizona, there was a socket that was dropped down a silo during repairs. It fell 70 feet, ruptured the missile's fuselage, and later caused a fuel leak, which led to an explosion. The only reason why this missile didn't go off is the same reason, pure luck. And there are a number of very pricey reasons why nuclear missiles are becoming outdated.
It costs $355 billion worth of taxpayer money in order to keep the silos open and running up to standards. That being said, the standards are not necessarily met, per se.
A nuclear response team was tested, and they scored marginal, a D equivalent, in the school. So that is quite low, considering they are in charge of the most dangerous objects ever created. Now, if that doesn't scare you, the fact that some silo doors were left broken for almost a year, propped open by crowbars, tagged with a sign saying danger. And there have been even more accounts of silo doors being left open and officers sleeping inside, being discovered by even food delivery people. It's very gross incompetence. In fact, the Vice Admiral in charge of nuclear missiles in the United States was arrested for using fake poker chips in Iowa.
And if that wasn't enough, a major general in charge of the codes for the nuclear missiles was in Russia for some meeting, and he got so drunk to where even the Russians said that was too much. A major general got too drunk in Russia. Just imagine that. Russia, where they're not exactly our allies, and a major general that has codes for the nuclear missiles was too drunk in Russia. That's not a good sign.
Now, there are arguments that are very interesting against nuclear missiles being removed. In fact, one man's argument was that nuclear missiles were necessary in the event that we did need them. But that event has never happened in the United States, and it doesn't